Good morning, thriving warriors and those who wish they were. Alexa, what is the date?
It's Thursday, October 27th.
Great. And Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:07 a.m.
Great. Alexa, what is the weather forecast?
Right now in Amargosa Valley, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Today's forecast has lots of sun with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 34 degrees.
Wow. 34, almost freezing. Okay, cool. So what are we doing here? This is Thriving Warrior Career Services Department, where our goal is to help you get from point A to point B, where B is better. B is better. How do we do that? Well, we do that several ways. First of all, this podcast, which is just supposed to be the point of the spear, it should be a sharp point. What we want you to do is to do what's in the description down below, which includes, good morning, Diana. The motivational video that I use to create this podcast. It includes a link to our online teachable course, our 4-week basic training course. It includes a link to today's, the TED Talk that goes with today's date in the 4-week course, which is, we are today at week 3, day 4. David Phillips, functional storytelling. Anyway, more about that later. Also, down below is a description of other things we do, including links for our members. Housing, boom. Clothing, boom. Hygiene, boom. Transportation, skills training, foundational employment, and career planning, because you need to be passionate about what you do if you want it to be sustainable, helping you move towards your goal. Not bad. Lavazza. Also is the transcript of Seth Godin's blog post, which is always very good. And we are a big fan of Seth Godin's, and he's supportive of what we are doing. All right, so what is our approach? Well, our approach is under the theme of what, Diana, or what, Charlene? It's simple, ... It's simple. And today, the breadcrumb bleep that we want you to follow to get from point A to point B, just follow these breadcrumbs, do the work. Just because it's simple, it doesn't mean it's easy. In fact, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Everyone doesn't do it. It's simple. It's just not easy. It takes work, day-to-day work. Anyway, today's theme, today's breadcrumb bleep. Whenever I say breadcrumb bleep, I add the word bleep to it. Just like when I say samurai, I always add what? Karate chop chop from Austin Powers. It's simple. Live each day with integrity. It's simple. Live each day with integrity. Boom. That's the breadcrumb for today. A couple other thoughts from today. What you think about is none of my spiritual business. Our feelings make up 95% of our decisions. We learned from Simon Sinek that we really react, or we make decisions based on our feelings, our gut feelings. When you say, it just doesn't feel right. Yeah, well, we use our intellect to evaluate the decision, to evaluate our feelings and the decisions we make. But it starts with feeling. Today's speaker, who said feelings make up 95% of our decisions, said, you have to be prepared to mentally override that. I don't feel like getting out of bed. I don't feel like making breakfast. I don't feel like whatever is not good enough. Okay, we have to have discipline, move forward, do the right thing. Okay, TED Talk. Let's move on to our TED Talk because time is racing. TED Talk today is David Phillips talking about functional storytelling. So let's go back to the beginning of the week. Beginning of the week, how do we get people in the car on our way to Successville? How do we get people in the car? How do we get the right people in the car on our way to Successville? Monday, David Logan said, join tribe, nudge forward. Join a tribe, look for people who want to get to Successville, nudge them forward. Hey, Seth Godin the next day gave us a 4-step formula, a recipe on how do we nudge people forward. 1, find out what needs to be changed. Well, we're not going to get to Successful going the way we're going. We need to change it. 2, tell a compelling story. 3, connect the true believers and ignore the non-true believers. 4, step 4 is leave them. Yesterday, we had Simon Sinek telling us how we tell a compelling story. And the compelling story starts with why, because people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Why we need to get to Successville. Why do we need to go this way to get to Successville? Not how are we going to get there, not what is that Successville, why we need to change course, why we need to get to Successville in general. So it starts with why. Why do we need to change the status quo? And after people say, when you ask the question, who's coming with me? This is the connect the true believers. Who's coming with me? Dorothy in the back, raise her hand. I will go with you. Great, Dorothy. And then they're going to ask the questions of when, how, what are we going to do? That's when leadership comes in. So today is functional storytelling now. It's this, for our purposes, it's the story before the story. It's the bonding story in our equation. And we'll find there are 4 steps to that. 1 is to get that everybody can be a good storyteller. Storytelling is a science. It's not an art. Everybody has the ability to be a good storyteller. 2, write your stories down. They become better stories when you write them down. 3, index your stories to the neurotransmitters you want to release. So you need to know about the neurotransmitters that we learned last week. So this one releases endorphins. This releases dopamine. This releases serotonin, oxytocin, etc. And then 4, when you're about to engage, when you're about to bond, choose the story that is most appropriate. So that's David Phillips for today. Very good. The motivational video is extremely good today, and the David Phillips. So this week is a very good week. Again, this podcast is the point of the spear, motivating you or helping you decide, I will have the discipline to do the rest of the work. Also, pen, paper, write down the stuff that we're talking about, or when you're listening to the motivational video, write it down. I have seen Charlene doing that. Cool. Good job, Charlene, if you're out there. And next, what does Seth Godin have to say? What can we learn from Seth Godin? With certainty, a 98% chance is dramatically different than 100% certainty. True. Certainty isn't on the spectrum of chance. It's a different thing altogether. If the weather report says the chance of precipitation is 0, one should never walk outside into the rain. Okay? If the precipitation chance is 0, that means you're never going to walk outside into the rain because there is no rain. When you leave yourself a few points of wiggle room, you can build more trust. Low chance of rain is fundamentally different than a slight chance of rain. Okay, low chance of rain, gives you think of a number. At the same time, if it actually is certain, say so. Okay, short and sweet. How do we apply that to our life? Well, when we're describing events or describing things, try to be precise in what we say so that people know what we're talking about. A 98% chance is dramatically different than 100% certainty. Certainty isn't on the spectrum of chance. It's a different thing altogether. So if something is certain, say it's certain. Otherwise, I think the message would be to use the word low chance or moderate chance, a word that is descriptive versus slight. Okay, not Seth Godin's best, but who am I to judge the wonderful and great Seth Godin? All right, we are at 11 minutes in, and now it is time for what, Charlene? What, Diana? This. Let's see. Let me talk about a couple other things. Yesterday was a good day. Good, Diana. Yesterday was the only easy day. Charlene, yes, yesterday was the only easy day. So while I'm talking on, how about if you each talk about how do we make yesterday the only easy day? What are some of the things we can do? Diana and Charlene. So yesterday, good day. Had a great meeting with U.S. Vets. No, started with a great meeting with Dan Blackstone at 9 o'clock, then U.S. Vets at 11 o'clock, then at lunch at Calvary Chapel with the elders and some of the key people at 1, and then 3:30 with Paris Balaouras, our next door neighbor here at the Oasis, who also owns the RV park. So we had a very good day with everyone. Great breakfast with Dan, U.S. Vets on board. Boom. Going to start referring people, going to come out to the Oasis and the Fort Freedom. We got some people. Looks like there's a bot posting. Posting things, inappropriate stuff. Remove. Report. Sorry, people. I have to get rid of these. And one more. Remove. One more. Report. Okay. Looks good. Always someone out there. Okay, good. Everybody, good. Sorry about that. We're at 14:14 in. Yesterday was the only easy day. How do we make it that way? Diana says, don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday and get comfortable being uncomfortable. Charlene, have a goal. Embrace the suck. Be more samurai. Choose the hard path. Have a goal. That's Diana and Charlene. Excellent, excellent. Great work. Great job. It's apparent that you are absorbing the material and looking at your lives. I would say they are better. Success, and we talked about both of you, well, talked about Charlene because they know Charlene at Calvary Chapel, but I'll certainly talk about Diana. and I have before. So there are people who are proud of the effort that you're putting in and the progress that you are making. So pat yourself on the back, give yourself that, boom, a little nudge. Good job. You should feel proud. You're out here doing the work. Other people are sleeping. Other people are, as our speaker said in the video this morning, 95%, I just didn't feel like it. You know, they're motivated by their feelings, which is true and good, but we need to use common sense and wisdom to help us overcome. All right, so yesterday was the only easy day. Embrace the suck. Have a goal. Don't compare yourself to others. Be more samurai. Do make the hard choices. Do the hard part. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. I would say that's the most important thing. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Have discipline. Act, live your life with integrity. Live each day with integrity. Do the right thing. Okay, and with that, what do we say, Diana and Charlene? What is now next? We need to end this, so we need you to say cut. Cut. Charlene said cut. Cut. And Diana says cut. Thank you.